Thank you, Travis. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We bring you news from Barbados. The Caribbean Examination Council says it has no intention of postponing its exams scheduled to begin next month, despite calls from local and regional teachers' unions for it to do so. The timing of the examinations schedules was determined following agreement at our council meeting in December 2021 by representatives from participating governments. There are multiple stakeholders with whom the council has to consult, and the published schedule for examinations reflects the best consensus attainable. An adjustment to the schedule would destabilize the regional consensus, says CXC Public Relations and Marketing Officer Fulean Tate. She said as a result, the tests will go ahead as previously indicated in CXC's timetables. Further, a delayed start to the examinations would negatively impact the date for the release of results, affecting candidates' ability to meet the matriculation period for pursuing higher education at universities, as well as scholarship application opportunities. In addition, it will compromise the commencement of the next academic year and thus perpetuate the disruptive impact on the education system, she added. The CXC said its Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examinations CAPE scheduled for May 2nd to June 10th will proceed, and students will sit the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC from May 2nd to June 3rd. The Caribbean Certificate of Secondary Level Competence from June 6th to 9th, and the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment from May 12th to 13th. Over to news from Haiti. Haiti's National Civil Aviation Office announced Thursday that it is banning all private aircraft from flying during an investigation into the crash of a small plane that killed at least 5 people and injured several others. Authorities did not say when the private flights could resume, adding that the measure is part of a review of private operators. The announcement was made a day after Cessna 207 crashed into a truck transporting sodas in the crowded capital of Port-au-Prince. A police official told reporters that 5 people died upon impact, including the truck driver. "I heard a big boom," said Jean-Felix Surin, a farmer who rushed out of his house to the scene of the crash. Someone in the crowd said one of the victims asked for help while still on the ground, but died shortly afterward. Hours after, firefighters used hoses to clean the site. The crash comes 4 months after Haiti's Civil Aviation Security Department issued a notice warning that several private operators it did not identify had been breaking rules by running commercial flights, among other things, without the required license. At least 5 persons died as a result of the crash. And now for a final story coming out of Suriname. The government will introduce a temporary subsidy discount on diesel and unleaded gasoline to help cushion the blow of increased fuel prices on the international market. The final subsidy amounts and related fuel prices will be determined later this week. The government said the financing of the subsidies is linked to the extra income from the payments of state-owned oil company, which has seen higher revenues due to the higher international price of oil. The proposed subsidy system, which will be introduced, is based on object subsidies and is expressively intended as a temporary measure, the government said. Object subsidies are constructed to improve a recipient's access to a particular product or service, while subject subsidies are specific to particular beneficiaries. Noting that the disadvantage of the object subsidy system is that everyone receives the subsidy, including individuals and entities who are not actually entitled to it, thereby increasing the risk of cheaper fuel being smuggled to neighboring Guyana and French Guiana. The government said it is in the process of stepping up border controls. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Back to you,